Hi guys, Tracy here. I'm going to share with you guys the next 2 weeks of my project life. We're in October now, and I'm just sharing it week by week. And 2 weeks is a reasonable amount to come up with a decent length video. So this spread includes a lot of photos, so that always makes it easier to do project life when you've got lots of photos because it takes up a lot of space. This is a Becky Higgins Clementine Collection title card, and I used one of my new stamp sets. It's this one for the month. I don't know the company that makes it. Actually, I see it in the garbage right now. It says Inique. Inique? Hang on. That isn't a word. This is the package. Inique. Inique Boutique. That's what it's called. Yeah, that's the packaging from it. I've never heard of that brand before. So anyways, I inked it with whatever that light green Jenny Bolin ink is. They all stick to each other. What's it called? Sticky Candy. That one. Inked it in that. And then I just used, because the numbers that came with that set are so tiny, I used Lily Bee Design letter stickers, well, number stickers for that. And this is a piece of pattern paper that I cut into 4x6s a long time ago. I think it came in a kit, and it looks like patchwork. I think it's my mind's eye because it's really thick it feels like cardstock more than paper, so it's probably my mind's eye. And then these are the tickets to the Wiggles concert that we went to, and I just wrapped twine around it just for a little bit of added interest. And then I'll talk about the center. So the center has a photo. This is a piece of one of those advertisements that comes in the Studio Calico kit. Pardon me, guys. And then this is a Clementine Becky Higgins journaling card, but it's the back side. It's like the design side. And then this is another design side of the Clementine Collection journaling cards. So on this one, I just journaled on the white space on the photo, and then for this one I just ran washi tape above and below, and then I put a piece of this smash washi tape that has a place to put like subject and the date, and so I did that. And then I just added 2 little wood veneer tweets for a little bit of interest. And this one here I just put on a playing card because I've been wanting to use these playing cards, but I don't really know how to use this design, so I just decided to kind of have a peek out from under a photo. This is a photo of all my New York City pictures before I put them into Project Life. It's a lot of them. So I used a Becky Higgins arrow to point down at the photo and give it a bit of a title, and then I just put so much scrapping to do. And then this one I just left plain because I like that design card and I wanted it to show. And then for this one, for these 2, I used the grid cards that Craft and Kate sent me. They're from Staples, but you can't get them in the Staples where I live. And put these Instagram pictures. They're printed at 4x4, and these are printed at 2x3. And I just did some typing with my typewriter just to do the journaling, and then I added a strip of washi and a strip of glitter tape and 3 wood veneer stars, and I did the same with this one. And the journaling is all wonky just because I'm not good at using my typewriter, and yeah, so that's why it looks like that. So that's that. Everything is popping out. My book is getting very full. I'm trying to fit everything into 2 books. This is my 2nd book, so I have to get thinner at my, well, I have to get thinner too, but I have to get my books thinner, my layouts thinner. So here we have a 4x6 photo, a 4x6 photo, then we have another 4x6 photo, and a 4x4 Instagram that's actually a diptych from the Diptych app on my iPhone, and it's mounted onto a Becky Higgins Clementine title card. And then we have a, this is a piece of Becky Higgins textured cardstock. I got the Clementine and the Amber sets just because they looked so pretty on her website that I had to order them. And then a photo that's just printed at 4x3, and then a 2x3 photo and a 2x3 photo, and they're both mounted on Becky Higgins Clementine Collection journaling cards. So these are pictures of us at the Wiggles concert. That's Sophie before everybody else arrived. Sophie and I went and met them there. And then walking from the concert to Cora's, we went to Cora's, which is a breakfast restaurant around in Canada. And I just thought the bright colors of their clothes was kind of cool. And that's a double-decker bus coming down from the Citadel with tourists. And then on this, I used a journaling stamp from the Studio Calico food stamps. So this one from this set, this is 2 sets, the travel one and a food one, and so that's that. And then I stamped the best, and that's an Amy Tangerine stamp with red ink. So this is stamped with that Island Indigo Stampin' Up! Ink, and this is stamped with Cough Syrup Jenny Boleyn ink. And I just did some journaling about just how nice it was to finally see Greg. This was my 3rd time going to see the Wiggles, and the first 2, well, the 4th, well, yeah, anyways, it kind of depends on how you define the Wiggles, but this was my 4th time seeing them, but the first time I ever saw Greg. So the first time we went to the Wiggles concert, Greg was mysteriously not there, and it was when he was just starting to get sick, so he hadn't retired from the band yet, but Sam was filling in for him, and Sam became the person who took over Greg's spot. But for this one tour, Greg is back, and it's their last tour, so it was nice to see, because there's all new Wiggles, only Anthony is gonna, okay, you guys don't care about the Wiggles. So in this one, I just put the photo down low and did some journaling above it. This is just the girls. Every time I take out the Halloween decorations, the girls spend days just playing with these spiders. There's like a mama spider and a bunch of baby spiders, and they love that. And then this card goes with the photo below it. Pardon me. So these two go together, and this is the excavated dinosaur. It just says the girls excavated a T-Rex in the mudroom today. And this is a diptych. So what you do is you take your photos and then you go into the app called Diptych, and you can choose your layout and fill it up with pictures. I didn't do a good job here. I should have made this fill this all the way, but there's a bit of the wall showing there. Anyways, you can kind of like move your pictures around and stuff. I just did it really quickly, so it didn't turn out all that nice. And then it makes it into a square, and so then I just printed it in 4x4 size. So, pardon me, I'm trying to step away from the camera when I cough, so it's not quite so loud. So this is October 15th to 21st. And for this one, because there were so many fall pictures, I decided to use just one Becky Higgins collection, the Amber collection, because it has lots of greens and oranges and yellows in it. And this is my first of all of the weeks of Project Life that I've been doing. This is my first kind of classic Becky Higgins style layout. So we've got a title card, and then we've got pictures in all of the 4x6 slots, with the exception of 2 are Instagrams, but they're mostly 4x6, and then the whole center is all filler cards and journaling cards. So this is sort of like Project Life at its simplest, and well, I did embellish it a little bit, but it was really fun to do. It was really fast too. Like this spread came together in about probably 10 minutes. So, you know, Project Life can be, it's true, it can be really quick. Yeah. So I used my new date stamp. This is the Hero Arts one that I picked up on Etsy. I don't know what it's called, but it's probably has a name on it. It's called Make a Date. And I love being able to make a simple title card really quickly, so that was awesome. And I just circled October, and then there's a picture of the girls taking out the recycling. And so these are all, of course, Becky Higgins Clementine journaling cards, and this is the back side of a journaling card. So on the backs, there are always like designs. And so here I did some journaling about this picture. It just talks about my messy scrapbooking room. I used my Smash date stamp and a Becky Higgins arrow that I stapled on with a tiny attacher. This is just a amber card with a My Mind's Eye chipboard sticker on it. I'm never going to use this sticker on a layout. I can't imagine wanting a lamp on a layout, so I just put it here because it's pretty. And this is a amber card with some journaling on it here. Talks about this card right here, so there's an arrow there. This is I think this is an no, this is not Elle Studio. This is Avalicious little circle, and then this is a Martha Stewart label sticker that's just kind of going off the page. I used my Smash roller date stamp, but I stamped the Mad Prop separate from the date so I could put them on top of each other instead of side by side, and just layered an arrow sticker on top to say that that's what that's all about. And then here I did some journaling about Autumn, who is the giraffe that we were watching on a webcam. She was pregnant and she was doing a lot of pacing. We were hoping to catch some action of some sort, but we ended up, she gave birth when we were out someday, and then suddenly we came home and there was a baby. So that was cool and exciting to see, though. So this is just the journaling card as it comes, and I just covered the center of it with one of those sparkle goosebumps, I forget what they're called. And then I inked one of those mistable arrows, and when I put it in, it streaked all down the page protector, but oh well, I'm just gonna leave it. And now I didn't do anything to this 4x6 or this 4x6, but for this one, which was a 4x4 Instagram photo, I just put it on a Becky Higgins, this is a Amber Collection title card, and so this is where the title would go. You can see some white there. So I just kind of covered it up. I camouflaged it a little bit with 2 different kinds of washi tape, and then I put the speech bubble over top. This is her favorite website of the moment, or it was. It's not anymore because we don't spend a ton of time on the computer. So here's the other half of this week. And, you know, just plain pictures that I didn't really do anything to. This one was an Instagram, so I put it on another title card, also from the Amber Collection. And I think it looks nice just as it is, so I didn't even add washi tape or anything. I just left it very, very plain. This is just a Amber Collection journaling card, and I just used some Cosmo Cricut letter stickers for one of the words. This is a design card, so the back side of this is a journaling card, and I put one of those Amy Tangerine stickers that I'm trying to use up, and a punched heart over, because the heart was pink, and it was really the only pink. This is the one time that I've matched something because it was the only pink element on the whole spread, so I just covered it up with one of those more orangey red pattern papers for my scraps. And here's just some journaling about the pretty colors in our backyard. And these are 2 pictures of our backyard. We don't have any red maple trees in our backyard, like not red maples, but we don't have any sugar maples that turn red. We get this orangey color instead, and lots of yellow. And we've got a lot of oak trees in our backyard, so they turn yellow instead of, and I guess a little bit orangey instead of red. So we don't have the red that I love that, you know, other people in our neighborhood have, but I still really love the look of it. And then this is when I first started to get sick. It took a long time for my cold I held it off for a long time, but So this is a concoction that I made, and I just talk about, I will not get sick, I will not get sick. And I was drinking this at work. It's like a combination of hot lemonade that I microwave and black tea. And if I was at home, I would put a sprinkle of cinnamon and a little bit of either allspice or ground cloves, because cloves are really good for you when you've got a sore throat. But I was at work, so we didn't have those things. I just put a flare badge on here, and this is from Buttons and Badges on Etsy. And a little Becky Higgins arrow, and a little, this is an Amy Tangerine roller date stamp. So, those are those 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks, right? Okay, so I'm going to stop and make a new video. So I'm going to squeeze another week into this video because I've only got one more left. I can't do another video of 2. So this is what the week of October 22nd to October 28th looks like, and this is as far as I have done in my project life. So for this one, because I had more 4x6 photos than I usually have, I put my date title on a 3x4 pocket, and this is just one of the Amber Collection design cards. So on the back of this is journaling. So for this spread on this side, I did 4x6, 4x6, and I did some kind of journaling on them, and another 4x6 with journaling on it, and then a plain 4x6, and then that title card, and then a journaling card, and 2 3x4 photos. So this is Cool Sights at the Scrapyard. We had parts of an old trampoline that we had to bring to recycle, and so we went to the scrapyard, which we've never been to before, and the kids were with us, and they got to see all these cars being picked up and put into this machine that kind of crumples them down into a square. It's really cool to watch. And we were also really close to this wind turbine, which we can always see from the highway, but we never see it up close, so that was kind of cool to be close to as well. I just used my own handwriting for this one, and I just used my American Crafts Precision pens for this. I don't use a slick writer or anything. And then these are Lily Bee Design letter stickers. And then isn't this picture cute? Sophie is so adorable. She dresses herself and she's got the coolest sense of style. This is her singing into a hairbrush with her glasses and a bandana and her ballerina outfit. This is One Direction and an arrow pointing to her iPod. She's listening to the music with the speaker in the, not with her headphones, and singing along to the songs. It's so hilarious. So I used thickers. This is an old set of thickers. I don't know what this set is. It's like chipboard glitter alpha. And it's a Becky Higgins arrow. So I love that picture. I used Jilly Bean Soup letter stickers for this title, and it's just on an amber design card. And then this is another amber card that I did some journaling about. We went to a Halloween party that weekend at the Discovery Center, and Scott was working, so I brought the kids, and then he met us there. And yeah, so this is a picture of Olivia in her costume, and just her costume is, she's a girl from Monster High. It's actually not a Monster High outfit, but it looks like it's what she was looking for, so we got it anyways. She doesn't know that it's not Monster High, but it certainly looks a lot like something you'd see in Monster High. And then Sophie, of course, was a fairy. She's been a fairy princess, a fairy ballerina, lots of different kinds of fairies over the years. And she always wants her face makeup done like that, like with eyelashes and triangles. That's just what, I don't know, she just likes that makeup. So I did her makeup, and I did Olivia's makeup too on this night, but in the future, at every other party she went to, she did her own makeup because she's becoming very independent. So these are Prima letter stickers, and these are Glitz Designs letter stickers, and these are Lily Bee Design stickers. And then I've been composing some of my pictures in such a way that I'm leaving space for journaling on them just for Project Life. And so I got down really close and included lots of the table for this one, and just talked about how, you know, they had lots of Halloween themed stuff going on, but also you could just go to the regular Discovery Center too. So over here, people are like looking at things like pigs' hearts and eyeballs and gross things, and then they also have like a touch thing where you put your hand in and you can't see it and it feels like, you know, witch's hair or like goblin's eyeballs or whatever, but it's really food. So they have that kind of stuff over there. But after they did all that stuff, they wanted to come over and play with the blocks. So Sophie's playing with Legos and Livy's playing with those blocks that kind of fit together. So that's that. I did an insert for this one, just a really simple insert, and I wanted to use, I don't use the Design E cards very much, and so rather than taking up a 6x12 and sewing it and whatnot, this pamphlet fit perfectly in a 4x6. It was just too tall, so I just took a Design E card and cut it down and left it so that it's kind of like, so I don't know if you can tell how I did that. So it's like sticking in the pocket and sticking out, but the page protector goes behind where it's sticking out, if that makes any sense. I don't want to take off the paper clip. The paper clip just kind of keeps it from flopping around too much. And I always find when I tie, I've been doing this for several years now, when I tie a little tiny knot around a paper clip or something with black ribbon, it looks kind of like a bat. So I do that a lot for Halloween stuff. And I used a yellow and black striped paper clip because it's kind of spooky. And then on the back, I just, because the back was plain, I just put some candy corn paper from, this is a Recollections Halloween collection from last year or the year before. So now here's the other side of this one. So 3 4x6 photos and 1 Becky Higgins journaling card, the kind that can be folded in half, but I just leave them as a 4x6. And then these are Becky Higgins journaling cards with 2x3 photos, and then this is 1 3x4 photo. So this is Olivia at the Witch Catapult. And so I just used 2 pieces of washi tape to have space for a little title there. And this is right next to the Witch Catapult is the Build a Roller Coaster area. And so this is Sophie flitting around. She's building roller coasters. And then you take your ball and you let it kind of go along there. And there's a couple of different places that you can start. And so she's working on building that one. And these pieces all come apart and you can move them around. It's really fun. They will spend hours here. We have a membership to the Discovery Center, so we can go for free whenever we want, and they love going there. So I just wrote right on the picture, Sophie builds roller coasters while Livy flings witches across the room. These are all cards. All 4 of these cards, this one, this one, this one, and this one, are all from the Amber collection from Becky Higgins. This one I stamped the Shine stamp. This is from the Pop Off the Page class, the stamp set that came with it. Did some journaling about the girls at the Kinsman Park. We went to visit my mom when my sister was there from Moncton, and we spent a long time at the park because my sister hadn't arrived yet, so we went to the park first while we waited for her to come. And then there's baby Chase. When Sarah finally arrived, we got a chance to see Chase and play out in the backyard. This is another Becky Higgins Amber card, and I've used a Amy Tangerine snapshot stamp right there, and did some journaling about poor Chase had a fever that night, and they ended up having to leave Swiss Chalet early. He's looking good there, but he was really tired and fussy, but he was, had a lot of energy and wanted to run around. So you can't really see, but this is a Studio Calico. Actually, you can see it better in the video than you can in real life. It says Hey Girl, and it's stamped with orange on blue, so it doesn't really show up very well. The kids made Sarah be the queen of the leaves. And they put leaves all in her hair to make like a leaf tiara. And then there they are playing out in my mom's backyard. Steven actually took this picture for me because I didn't have my shoes on. I was inside. So that's a cute picture. And then this is a picture. I love this picture. This is another one of those everyday capture the moment photos. This is the community center where Sophie goes for her ballet. She doesn't go to ballet school. She goes to just a community center that has like teenagers teaching dance and stuff. And I really love that, you know, like it says Parks and Recreation in the top, and I just like that this is kind of like a snapshot. Like this will trigger memories, I think, when I look at this in the future. The yellow wall, and just there's Sophie coming in the door. This is actually when we were leaving, and she went out ahead of us and came back to say, hey guys, are you coming? You can't see, but Olivia's here in the shadows. It's just that so much light is coming from the door. So I used K & Company puffy letter stickers to spell out ballet, and then these are Bo Bunny letter stickers that just say at the LeBrun Center. And then I did some journaling here about the day at Mum and Ray's with Sarah. Poor Scott was, I think he was either working or on a field trip that day, so he didn't come. I used a journaling date stamp. That's an Amy Tangerine one, and I used the same one in the two corners, and then just a little piece of washi tape and a sequin that's stapled down, and that's all that I did. The rest of it is just the card as it was. So that's all I've got for my project life at this point. What I do is when I get behind, I've been behind for 6 months. For the first 6 months, I was pretty much always caught up, but ever since then, I've been always behind. And what I do is every week I do come down and I print out my photos at the very least. And so a lot of times when I'm behind, this is what my project life looks like. So this is October 29th to November 1st, it says on this, so I'll put my title card here. And then I at least have it kind of laid out, so that way I can chip away at it as I go. So that's, you know, like I just stick them in the pockets where I'm going to put them. And yeah, so this week hasn't happened yet. This is for this week. So I'm only 2 weeks behind, so maybe I'll get caught up today. Thanks for watching.